What's going on, guys? It's Mike for SimRacing604 and welcome back to Assetto Corsa on PC. You are looking at the Virtual Racing Cars TA2 mod, which brings modern Trans Am racing to the sim. We've been given two cars, the VRC TA2 Chevrette and the VRC TA2 Mare. If you're at all familiar with American cars, you will recognize the Chevrette as a Camaro and the Mare as a Mustang. But there's actually very little in common with what you might find at your local Ford or Chevy dealership. These are true race cars in many senses, but also very raw and analog compared to most modern race series. Power from the homologated V8 engines comes in at around 500 horsepower with a vehicle weight of well over 2,600 pounds. Shifting is done via an H-pattern stick with 4 forward gears. No traction control, ABS, or no lift shifting assists are allowed. This is designed to be an accessible race series, and Trans Am even limits the value of components like dampers, brakes, and exhaust to maintain that accessibility. Trans Am even banned the use of carbon fiber and titanium on any parts outside of the seat. So again, very raw and analog, feels like a car from many years past, but just so cool the same. It's a very interactive, very haptic experience to drive these cars, and I absolutely love it. The mod comes courtesy of Virtual Racing Cars, whose work, in my opinion, ranks among the best in sim racing. Their cars are phenomenal, and the team isn't afraid to take on lesser-known vehicles like these. Each car will cost you €3.30 or a little under $4 US. I was building my studio space, and I had very little sim racing time, but what I got was almost entirely dedicated to driving these cars, and I can strongly recommend this purchase. If you have the money, don't think twice about this. The cars are huge fun and a refreshing challenge to drive. So let's get on a track. We're going to do a 5-lap race at Road America and test out these big, nasty beasts. Alright, guys. Here we are at Road America on board the Chevrette, getting ready to start a 5-lap race, and we are off. AI is slow out of the blocks. Got a little seam up the right-hand side here, got a couple of bonus positions, and then the AI shut the door wisely. So, according to analytics, I've only got most of you for about 30 seconds, so if you have skipped ahead to the driving part, just know that I think the world of this car. I really do. The studio space that I'm recording this in is something, it was a project I did over the holidays, and I basically had no sim racing for 2 or 3 weeks, only minimal kind of at night when I couldn't use power tools. And I was just gonna dip in for 5-10 minutes at a time to do some racing, and it generally came back to these cars, these TA2 cars, and they're unbelievably good. So nice. They came out on Christmas Day, which is, in my opinion, not a great move by Virtual Racing Cars because people are doing other stuff. This happened with the Hyperion from Racing Studio as well. It's like, it's a great car, but it was slow to launch because it came out on Christmas. But yeah, the time I did spend with this, amazing. I just keep coming back to this car over and over. I love the looks, I love the sounds, and Virtual Racing Cars just absolutely nailed it, as we're kind of used to from them, but this one is exceptional. It's a rare car. It's a very hands-on, very raw feeling car. You're going to be sliding quite a bit. 4-speed H-pattern. No traction control, no ABS. And just comes together beautifully. So if you get a chance, if you're at all interested in anything like this, can't really recommend this one enough. I would say, other than probably the Bi-Call for R Factor 2, this is my favorite car to favorite mod car that is in sim racing for 2021. It's quickly climbing my all-time greats list because, again, I just keep coming back to it over and over, and I've yet to have a boring experience or a bad experience or think to myself, man, what were they doing with this car? This is annoying. Not a bit. It's the opposite. It's like, how far can I push myself to learn this car, to get better with this car? So race pace here, somewhere around the 2-minute 20-second mark. That's not where I want to be. And you'll notice me braking very, very early. Oh no, AI going up the inside there. Yeah, that was on me. He's on a weird line though. I might get this position back here. Yeah, you'll notice me braking early. Reason for that is because this thing, it weighs literally a ton. A lot more than a ton, actually. I think it's about 2,700 pounds, whatever 1,200 kilograms works out to. And yeah, so it's a comparatively heavy race car. And yeah, so understeer is something you're trying to avoid, and you really have, and no ABS either, so you really have to expand your braking distance compared to most modern race cars. And then the inertia tends to carry you through the corner as well, so yeah, that weight really works against you finding front end traction. It's got, I think about, if I'm not mistaken, they homologated the power to 490 horsepower for the TA2 series. But these cars, for some reason, maybe I'm just not understanding something. Well, obviously I'm not understanding something, but I think they're about 515 horsepower, these mod cars. So yeah, not a ridiculous amount of power, but enough to keep you on your toes with no traction control. So on corner exit, you kind of got to watch yourself. But the biggest tip I could give you for learning these cars is to nap a button to brake balance. Once you get your brake balance right, these become a lot easier to drive. And again, once you do get them dialed in to your liking and you kind of understand how to drive these cars, just off the charts good. It's so fantastic. It's such a hands-on. You're never bored. You're never not working for your lap time. You're in the Mare or the Chevrette. And yeah, just a huge recommendation from me. Alright, so 2.5 laps to go. Almost exactly the midway point of this race. My wheel is blocking my timing sheet. I am currently running 10th of 16. Not terrible. Not actually trying to win. Just a little 5-lap demo for you guys. This is me doing my best to encourage you to immediately go buy this car, because I'm just in love with it, and I think you will be too. Why I shifted there, I don't know. Kind of felt like the right thing to do when it was in fact the wrong thing to do, but we survived. Life goes on. Alright, gonna try and get a slipstream from this Mustang ahead of me. Ooh, boy, this is gonna be a fight. That number 19 livery, in my opinion, the best livery of these two cars. You get a bunch. You get enough to fill out a field. I'm going to say, well, I've got 16 here, and I don't think there's any duplicate liveries. And I think it might be a total of 20, but I could be wrong. So, yeah, you can make a good-sized field without duplicates, which is, of course, great. It's just more genius work from the minds at Virtual Racing Cars. Just Man, every single release is so great. There's very few other teams that nail it again and again the way Virtual Racing Cars does. And I haven't spent much time talking about the sounds, but I'll try and remember to put a little full volume replay at the end, because the sounds of these cars, just, man, it's just, what would you say, visceral? I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, it just taps into the motorsport fan in you, and I don't know, just the complete package works, guys. What can I say? Here we go, here we go. Got a good launch there. I'm gonna get the inside line. AI should stay outside. And finally, just needed him to make one little mistake. I nearly made my own mistake there by slamming into the 15, but saved it. Gained a position, so. There we go. In a nice position for another overtake. 15's going to have a slipstream as well from the car ahead of him. Or her. Yeah. Thought I might have had something there. Nothing doing. I like the Chevrette there. I don't know if the Mare has it, but yeah, I guess it does. 2 side view mirrors. Brilliant. Never can have enough. So if I was a gambling man, I'd say that there's probably not going to be much open up here, and I'm going to finish in 8th position, which I'm pretty happy with considering I started in 13th. Or will I? Ah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Little love tap, you're alright. Can't figure out where the car is behind me. Oh, he's right exactly on my bumper. How about that? Alright, I'm usually faster through this long right-hander. I don't know if I can position myself to get a good launch here. Whoa! That was close. And no such luck here with an overtake. He nailed his exit. But under braking, did I get this? Appears I did. Huge amounts of torque here, so I can carry 3rd gear. Get a decent launch on this guy. Can I get a 2nd overtake? There we go. How about that? If I can nail this shift into 4th here, I should be able to cross the line in 6th position. Boom. I'll take that. So again, guys, hopefully you understood through all my blubbering about this car that I love it and really think it's fantastic. So if you get a chance, if you're running Assetto Corsa on PC, highly recommend it. Phenomenal cars. Well done to Virtual Racing Cars. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching.